everybody. All right, we're back for our next council meeting. As you can see, since our last broadcast, they've added more chairs, so I guess our words aren't falling upon deaf ears anymore. They had since the last council meeting, they had a meeting where Ken Sturt, Jennifer White, and I believe it was Jim Hansen were here, and they were discussing the whole dog issue. It was a special meeting that they put together where they invited the citizens of Chickasaw to come out. A lot of them came out, and a lot of them voiced their opinion. And from what I heard, they had a really good discussion. Unfortunately, I had to work that day, but my wife and my daughter were here. One thing that hasn't changed, as you can see, that table is empty, which means there's no sign-in sheet for citizens to speak. So that's still not going to happen. It's still Barry Broadhead and, of course, Adam Bourne. We're the only ones that haven't spoken to the public so far that I know of. And neither one of those two really seemed like they care whether or not we have anything to say. As you can see, there is no sign-in sheet for us to sign in and speak to the council still. Matter of fact, as I walked in, I could see they're all in the back having their special meeting, so I guess they're working on their show for tonight. So I guess we'll see what happens.
Ken Starrett, all those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Prior to the meeting, the minutes of our last regular meeting of June 8th were circulated. There are no additions or corrections to these minutes. Is there a motion to approve? So moved. Motion by Adam Bourne, second by J.R. Wall. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? First item of business is approval of a new payroll module. This will be a part of an existing system that we have, the Cassell system. It will replace the ADP system, but the cost will be roughly the same, actually just maybe $100 less for the Cassell module. The cost is $17,900, and there's an annual software fee. These totals combined are $100 less than the ADP module that we currently pay for. I recommend the council that we approve the purchase of the Cassell software package and module for payroll.
I'll make a motion that we approve that recommendation.
So, motion by Adam Bourne, second by J.L. Waltz. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Next is a report from the Animal Control Ordinance Committee. Yeah.
So we decided to make a few changes to our animal ordinance that is going to take effect in July. So I'll go over those real quick. The first thing that we're going to change on that is we're going to drop the $100 fee down to $70 for unaltered dogs, and then it would be $35 for those 65 and older. We've also come up with a few exceptions for that fee. Those would include if you have a letter from a vet saying that your dog is too old or has some kind of health issue or underlying condition that would cause them not to alter that dog for any reason, then of course if somebody brings a letter from a vet, then they don't have to pay the unaltered fee, but they would have to pay the altered fee. And then also we have an exception for service animals. So if it's a registered service dog, they wouldn't have to pay a fee at all. They would just have to come and register it. It would just be at no charge. There's a section in there about certain cells in the city of dogs. There was a portion in there that covered microchipping. We've taken that out. So if you, for whatever reason, are selling a dog in the city limits, it doesn't have to be microchipped. And there's also going to be a grandfather clause, which if you're in compliance with the existing ordinance, which allows for 4 dogs, then of course you can keep the 4th dog. And there'll be an announcement. There'll be a grace period for the implementation of the licensing portion of the ordinance, and that'll go until the end of the year. And so anybody that's comes in before the end of the year to get in compliance with the ordinance would only pay half price for that licensing for the rest of the year. That's all I have.
Okay. Thank you, Councilman Starrett. Thank you for your good work and for the committee meeting and hearing that y'all had on that to gather the input. This is ordinance number 2021-10, which is scheduled to take effect July 1st. However, with the changes that you have in mind and that you proposed, we will need to repeal the old ordinance and replace it with a new ordinance. So what we would need to do is to postpone the implementation of the ordinance as it exists now to August 1st, so that we can make those changes and put in place a new ordinance in that time. So is there a motion to postpone the implementation of ordinance 2021-10 to August 1st?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Adam Bourne, second by Ken Sterrett. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Right. The next item is MS4 annual renewal. This is our ADEM stormwater management renewal that manages our stormwater, that pumps all of that out, and ADEM does the inspection. We do this every 5 years. This is at a current cost of just under $1,400. So I recommend that we approve this annual renewal with ADEM, the MS4, at a cost not to exceed $1,400.
So moved.
Second. Motion by Jennifer Black, second by J.R. Rawls. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? The next item is the CDBG sewer rehab change order. Due to rain delays as well as some field investigations that took a little bit longer than was initially expected, the implementation of this has taken approximately 30 days longer than was originally planned. This is a no-cost change order that would extend this contract by 30 days. I recommend that we approve the sewer rehab change order, extending it by 30 days. Might not take that length of time, but we have it if we need it in case we run into any other issues, rain or storm issues. We certainly had our fair share of those lately. So I recommend that we approve this extension.
Second.
Motion by J.R. Rawls, second by Jennifer White. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Next item is Board of Adjustment appointment. We have had this opening since January. It's a 5-member board. They meet on an as-needed basis. One of our citizens, Brenda Weeks, has expressed interest in this, and I recommend to the council that we put her name forward to serve on this board.
I'll make that motion that we appoint Ms. Weeks to the Board of Adjustment.
Second.
Motion by Adam Bourne, second by Jennifer White. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Next is a quote by Hanson Heating and Air Conditioning for port AC repair. You notice we have this door open and we have a fan here. This system has been providing the air for this part of the building. It is under warranty, however, we do have to pay the labor for the installation. So I recommend that we approve the labor costs, which are $900 for Hanson Heating and Air to make the repair to port office AC unit.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Adam Bourne, second by Jennifer White. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? We have a final working test report on Jarrett Lowe, Police Sergeant, to approve.
I'll move that we approve the final working test report.
Motion by Adam Bourne, second by J.R. Rawls. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? We also have a final working test report for Police Sergeant Kenneth Thomas.
Second.
Motion by J.R. Rawls, second by Adam Bourne. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Attorney's report.
I'll double check the ordinance and ready for next meeting.
Thank you, Nash. Financial report, Jessica.
Bank, the accounts payable total $18,773.88.
Is there a motion to put those in line for payment?
So moved.
Second. Motion by Jennifer White, second by J.R. Rawls. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any announcements?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion by Adam Bourne, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Jennifer White, J.R. Rawls. All those in favor?
Aye.
Stand adjourned. Thank you all for coming.
Target on my back, lone survivor lies. They got me in the sights. No surrender, no trigger, fingers go. Living the dangerous life. Hey, 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 every day when I wake, I'm trying to get up, they're knocking me down.
Chewing me up, spitting me out.
Hey, 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 when I need to be saved, you're making me strong, you're making me stand.
Never will fall, never will hurt.
Shot like a rocket up into the sky, nothing can stop me tonight. You make me feel it.